everybody, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, vlogsters. Look, I got my favorite coffee cup, baby. Today's a purple straw. These cups are hand washed, so I'm able to use it every day, which is pretty awesome. And every day I try to like turn it in a different direction so I could see something different about it. That's what I love about it. Thank you, Jill, again. Today's morning is sponsored to you. Today's morning is sponsored by coffee. The quicker picker-upper. Oh. Today we're having regular coffee with just Italian sweet cream. My favorite combination. People, let me tell you something. The weather today is poop. It's actually not bad because it's kind of like cooler out. At least we're having a little bit of cooler weather. But it is storms all day. So we were going to go out. I want to go to Academy Sports. There's an Academy of Sports in town here. They have a big 50% off sale, and they have lots of clearance. I need new sneakers. I know it's crazy, Jerry. You're not even walking. But my New Balance are about 7 or so years old. Because I got them definitely when I lived here. But I got them before we filed bankruptcy. So I'm going to say 7 years old. And they just don't give me quite the support that I need anymore. So I don't need the sneakers. Like, I need new sneakers. I don't need the sneakers today. But because there's a big sale, I didn't want to pass up on the opportunity of possibly saving 50% off on a pair of sneakers. New Balance can be quite expensive. But like when they say they last me 7 years, I think it's worth it to pay a little extra money. Plus, they give me the support. They're comfortable. They come in wide widths. And, you know, I just usually get walkers. So, I would like to show you my new water bottle. Now, I wanted to get the one that was a gallon because that's how much water I'm supposed to drink. But I ended up getting this one. This was the only one that had any orange in it. Orange is kidney cancer color. But orange and green was the only one that they had available with orange. And what it actually has measurements on this side, but it has like times on this side to be like, hey, it's 1 o'clock. You should be down here. And the thing is, this is only 8 ounces of 8 ounce glasses of water, which is like the standard. But the new standard now they're saying is you should drink 50% of your body weight in water, pounds to ounces. So like, if I weigh 300 pounds, I'm supposed to drink 150 ounces of water, like that. So the thing is, this is only 64. This is, like I said, the standard 8 glasses of water a day. But the other thing is just don't have room for it. It's a gallon. Like, it's a gallon. It's twice as wide as this is. It's just as tall and just twice as wide. So I said, you know what? This is probably a really great start. I do drink coffee. I do drink my Gatorade for my electrolytes every day. So it's like I am drinking other liquids. But I need to just make sure that I'm getting all my water in. I realized I wasn't really monitoring how much water I was drinking before. I knew I would have my 32 ouncer. I never paid attention. All right, since I've been just in bed, I haven't paid attention to how much water I'm drinking. Here's what I'm saying. When I was up in the couch, I would drink my 32 ounces of water there. I would get in the morning. I'd get my coffee. I'd get my 32 ounce water, like the big jug. The big cup that I use with the silver top. It looks like a mason jar. That's 32 ounces. So I would get my coffee. I'd get my 32 ounce water. I'd fill it up in the morning. And I'd probably sit there all day and just drink that water. And then I would come in here at night and I would have a 32 ouncer and I'd drink that. And in the morning, I used to drink my 24 ounces. That I would do like my water purification. And then whatever on top of that, if I had additional water, I would get, can I get some extra? Can I get this? You know, depending how thirsty I am. But ever since I've just been in bed, I don't really pay attention. You know, I fill it when it's empty. I use the other thing to fill it when it's empty. And then I have him fill that when the other one's empty. It just sort of has been like that. But I said to him, when I went to my doctor last Thursday, she said, how much water are you drinking because of, like, my digestive issues? And she's like, how much water are you drinking? I was, like, thinking, I answered her just, like, automatically, like, yeah, I'm drinking about a half a gallon, a little more than a half a gallon a day. And I realized, well, that's not really true anymore, is it? You're not really paying attention to that. You're drinking enough water. So that's why this just happened to be like at the same time be a Dave and Sissy deal. I think it came up on Monday or Tuesday, and it was 50% off or 60% off the original price. I think this was about $9.99 or $8.99 or something like that. Somebody said, you don't have to tell us all the prices. I said, well, this is a life on a budget. My life is life on a budget. I love to share. I actually was just talking to somebody about, like, the nurse yesterday at the doctor's office. She was saying she loved my shoes, and I was like, oh, I got them on clearance at JCPenney's, and they're Clark's, and they were like $20. I got Clark's for $20, and they're super cute, and they're so comfortable, and they really were expensive before. And she's like, isn't it so great to get a bargain? I was like, they make them prettier. I was like, I think I like them better because they were cheaper. So I do share, and I always have. Like, people always like, oh, your ring is beautiful, and I'll be like, yeah, it's from QVC. It was like $45 for the set, or whatever the price was at that particular set of rings. Anyhow, so I do share whenever I can because I want a couple of reasons. I want people to know you can afford things, because just because you see something and you think it's really expensive, you might not be able to afford it. But you can always shop around. You can always wait for a sale, and you can always, save up a little bit each time to spend a little bit more. Like, I need a water bottle. I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree. But then first time you put that in the dishwasher, it melts down to nothing, and you're like, well, I'll just get another one. And 9 bottles later, you actually could have just got one of these that can go through the dishwasher, and that will last you a long time, or whatever it is. So it's just kind of stuff like that. We always, my parents always used to tell us, poor man pays twice. Because you can't afford to buy the quality thing at first, you can constantly afford to replace it. And along those lines, my father also used to say, you never have time to do it right the first time, but you always have time to do it again. And that has become like mantras in my life. Take your time, do it right the first time, and you won't have to do it again. Or when you can, invest a little bit extra to get something of quality that will last you a long time. Is that a steadfast rule? No. I still shop at the Dollar Tree. But even at the Dollar Tree, I try to buy stuff that I think is quality-ish and will last a little longer. Obviously there's some things, like their headphones or their electronic things, that the wires can come loose easy because they're mass manufactured. And, that's why I like to spend my money there on trendy things. Things are on trend, because if you don't care so much about replacing them when the trend is over, you just be like, oh, well, you know what? Like gnomes. I love gnomes. I've loved gnomes for a long time. We had a few little gnomes here around the house. But, like, gnomes are a big thing. But if the trend of gnomes goes by the wayside in a couple of years, it's like, so what? You get rid of your gnome stuff. It was from the Dollar Tree. It's not a big deal. That type of thing. Right now I love gnomes, so I'm not getting rid of anything. But I just was using that as an example. So it's kind of cool to be able to save money on Amazon. I will tell you about my cart. We put my cart together yesterday. So disappointed. It's not all metal. I still think it's worth the $30 it costs for that, with all the parts, because of the locking wheels and the table and the tabletop and the cups and hooks that it came with. But it's one of those things. I'll see how it is. We'll try to use it. We'll see how it lasts. It feels very strong. It feels like a good flexible plastic, if that makes any sense. Like, sometimes those rigid plastics tend to crack. What am I trying to say? Do I have anything that's like a rigid plastic? No, I don't. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking. Oh, I guess like this. No, that's kind of flexible. Nope. I don't have anything around me. But sort of like the acrylic, like the acrylic divider, container drawers, or things from the Dollar Tree. That hard, rigid plastic can tend to crack and break a little bit more easy than the flexible plastic. Flexible plastic can break, but usually not quite. Maybe if it's been like too cold or too hot or been in the sun, but usually it tends to be more forgiving. So the trays on this drawer are plastic, and they're flexible plastic. It looks really nice. They look like metal, the way they put the finish on the plastic. Looks like the finish on the metal. But we'll see. We put it together. It's fairly easy to put together, and that's definitely a bonus. The fact that it came with 2 cups and 4 hooks or 6 hooks, it was also another bonus. And the top. I said to Jim, if we were to buy all of these pieces from IKEA, and granted they would be in metal, except the wood top, it would probably have cost me about $60, like twice as much. The cart's $40, and the top for the cart is $16. So that would have been $56 just for the cart without the cup and stuff. And I spent $30 for everything. So to me, it's like, I think I got like the Midland sort of range, you know. We always talk about IKEA having like the poor person's version and the medium person version and then the rich person's version of the same item. They sell like a cheaper cart, they sell like a more expensive cart, and then they sell like a real high-end one. And I feel like that's what I loved about IKEA, except I don't feel like they're doing that anymore. I feel like they're not really doing like the low end so much anymore. I feel like maybe, I don't know. I just really haven't been there much, but, you know, I shop on their website, and that's the impression that I get. I was sitting on the commode before, and I had, like, this fiery sensation on one of my scars, and I started, like, what the heck? And I was like, I guess nerves are coming back to life again. So I just thought that was pretty wild, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I do wash and put the scar lotion on every day. By scars, just so you know, all the scars from my rashes and my scars from my surgery. Oh, we don't really have any major plans this weekend other than getting into the craft room and hopefully finishing or working on it a little bit more. Like I said, I wanted to get the initial organization stuff done so that we could start purging and downsizing and relabeling stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. But I'm not going to make this a very long vlog today because we do have to get at it. Actually, we slept late today. It's Saturday. Jim said, do we have to put the alarm clock on tomorrow night? You know, because we have to get up every day early to get the aid, and usually there's doctor's appointments or somebody coming to visit. And we were up late last night, and last night was so much fun. I just laid in his arms, and we flipped through, like, it wasn't on TikTok, it was on, basically the YouTube has stories, which is like TikTok, and we just flipped through YouTube stories. I thought I was uploading my video at the time, and I wasn't. So by the time we were done, it was after 11. It was almost midnight. And I was like, I wasn't uploading my video this whole time. And I fell asleep uploading my video. And I forgot to actually finish it. Like thumbnail it and render it and make it live, schedule it and stuff. So I ended up being a little late this morning with it. But I just thought that it was kind of funny because it was fun. It was just fun to like lay in each other's arms for just flipping through for like hours. But yeah, it was a good night. And we both slept in. Jim actually woke up really early and had trouble falling back to sleep. So he went outside and did his thing and then came back to bed around 8. And then we slept until after 10, maybe almost 10:30. So it's like afternoon now, but it feels like I just woke up.
3:01 p.m.
Yeah, it feels like I just woke up. We ate breakfast at like 1:30 because we sat and did our morning chit chat with each other, and it ended up being hours. And I had no idea. It was such a great conversation we had this morning. It ended up being hours, and then Jim went and made breakfast, and then we ate together, and then it ended up being like another hour of us just hanging out after breakfast and chatting. It's just been really good. I've been finding it to be really good, and hopefully he does too. I can't tell you how important it is to keep the lines of communications open. The lines of communications, the line of communications, or the lines of communication, really are just so important. I said to him, I'm like, you get frustrated when I call you for things, but you never communicate with me that you're going to go do something that you won't want me to disturb you for. So it's just a matter of, like, really, let's get together on this, and I won't bother you unless it's an emergency, or if, like, I kind of need something, 911, or, if I'm not feeling good or feeling sick to my stomach and I need you to hold the garbage can or whatever. Something dumb, but you know what I mean. So just some things we talked about this morning were really good. So I am grateful. Listen, I'm also very grateful for you. I am. I love you guys. You really do make me feel like I can get through this. And I think that that's so important. Just keep it on, right? Okay. I love you. If nobody's told you today that you're loved, you can always come by and hear how much I love you, because it's so very true. And as always, you guys, take care. God bless. I'll see you next time. Bye.